25th of the 11th, 2024. An amazing day yesterday. We had a huge storm come through here in South Wales and the river was really rushing and my phone got soaking wet and I couldn't charge it and I couldn't use it. And so I couldn't record my thoughts yesterday. And perhaps that was a good thing, because the day before I fulfilled a biblical prophecy that the number of a beast is 666. And that's the number of a man. When you go back to ancient texts, you find actually the number of the man is 616 or 666. It's two numbers. And it's the Reynolds number of blood. It's the regulator. So you've got crazy action going on in quantum. You've got a universe which is stable and orbits about a center point, the Earth. Inside an atom you have this orbital motion, but you also have a jump back and then the orbital motion goes again. So the angular momentum of the mass of the universe rotating about the center point of the Earth has energy to move it in one direction and then jumps back and then moves forward again. So what's going on there? So because there is a regulator system built into this, and it's blood, temperature and quality and properties of blood is the regulator of this system. All blood, our blood, animal blood, all blood, Christ's blood. So now we've got the Reynolds number 616 to 666. Now the Reynolds number tells you really easy what the quality of a fluid, when it will break from laminar to turbulent flow. It's a wave breaking. It defines a wave break point, and the lower the number, the easier it is for a flow to go turbulent. Laminar flow is the default. Turbulent is the higher energy state. So you want a low Reynolds number in a laminar flow will extract high energy from laminar flow and increase it through turbulent flow. And you want that as easy as possible, so a less low number. Big G, currently 6.67, is the lowest possible Reynolds number that's achievable within the system, but it's not the lowest possible in terms of perfection. It's just the lowest possible that is available now. So the Reynolds number of the universe should be 6.66. Stable, static Reynolds number, laminar to turbulent flow, regulated by the blood of animals, and in fact by the blood of the highest apex species, which is us. Now, if we can set ourselves up so we behave properly, this is what happens. At 616 Reynolds number, our blood flow breaks to turbulent, or breaks back to laminar, let's say. So our blood flow is turbulent, and it's going to break back to laminar because the energy required is not there to keep it increasing. But we've got this mass of the momentum of the universe, so that pushes on and increases the Reynolds number. So now we've moved up so that the turbulent flow can increase into its higher energy state as the Reynolds number decreases. It's decreasing, isn't it? Of course it is. Stupid me, it's the other way around. So we're starting at 666. As the properties of everything moves up, as the momentum of the universe rolls around, the Reynolds number decreases. So it's easier for the blood to achieve turbulent flow during this motion. So it's maintaining a steady regulatory power. And then when the quantum jump occurs and it jumps back to 16 on the bearing number, back to 666, the blood can't jump back. It'll regulate itself back because of the shape of the red blood cells. Is that nice? You liking that? Can you see it? You've got a rotating, orbiting universe. You need a regulator that tick-tocks without jumping. 666, 616, 666, 616. And so the system just hysteresis around that point. Magic, isn't it? And so cure for cancer. Red blood cells should be round. What happens is that in a high gravity environment in which we live, because we've been forced to live in it by the corrupt system of paedophilia established into science and physics, is that it's the red blood cells are compressed into discoids. Now imagine, you know, at the center of that each discoid is the time particle, rotating 2D yin-yang. Imagine how close the reality of the protein and the matter is to that force in a discoid shape. It's very dangerous. If the red blood cell gets so weak that it touches, or gets so close to it that it's impacted by the nuclear force, it'll just replicate itself. The power it's suddenly hitting is so enormous, it just replicates itself. That's cancer. And so the cure for cancer is to fix science, remove paedophilia from society, change the gravity conditions, and watch the red blood cells pop into spheres, to round spheres. And then our blood will be perfect. And then our regulatory system, as the apex species of the entire universe, our universe, I must say, right? It's our universe, there are others, the center of our universe, regulated by our blood of the apex species, we've worked it out, we're cured. Shows us in the past that human beings live for thousands of years. I wonder how they managed to do that without dying. Because their blood was so perfect. The system just goes on forever, and the protein doesn't stop working. So it's not immortality. It's near as damn it. And we can have it if we accept God's love. So God's love cures cancer. And all we got to do is pristine sexual behaviour and perfect morality, and follow Christ's greatest commandment. Love your God above all else, and love your neighbour as yourself. Welcome to the future. We've just taken over, just nobody's noticed yet. Follow the Rebel King.